Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 1 and Text 4. Dehapatya kalatradishu Atmasainyeshu asasvapi Tesham pramatto nidanam Pashyannapi na pashyati. Deha, body. Apatya, children. Kalatra, wife. Adishu, and in everything in relation to them. Atma, own. Sainyeshu, fighting soldiers. Asatsu, fallible. Api, in spite of. Tesham, of all of them. Pramattaha, too attached. Nidhanam, destruction. Pashyan, having been experienced. Api, although. Na, does not. Pashyati, see it. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Translation: persons devoid of Atma Tattva do not inquire into the problems of life, being too attached to the fallible soldiers like the body, children and wife. Although sufficiently experienced, they still do not see their inevitable destruction. Please repeat. Persons devoid of Atma Tattva do not inquire into the problems of life, being too attached to the fallible soldiers like the body, children and wife. Although sufficiently experienced, they still do not see their inevitable destruction. Purport by Prabhupada. This material world is called the world of death. Every living being beginning from Brahma, whose duration of life is some thousands of millions of years, down to the germs who live for a few seconds only, is struggling for existence. Therefore, this life is a sort of fight with material nature, which imposes death upon all. In the human form of life, a living being is competent enough to come to an understanding of this great struggle for existence. But being too attached to family members, society, country, etc., he wants to win over the invincible material nature by the aid of bodily strength, children, wife, relatives, etc. Although he is sufficiently experienced in the matter by dint of past experience and previous examples of his deceased predecessors, he does not see that the so-called fighting soldiers, like the children, relatives, society, members and countrymen, are all fallible in the great struggle. One should examine the fact that his father or his father's father has already died, and that he himself is therefore also sure to die, and similarly his children, who are the would-be fathers of their children, will also die in due course. No one will survive in this struggle with material nature. And the history of the human society definitely proves it. Yet the foolish people still suggest that in the future they will be able to live perpetually with the help of material science. This poor fund of knowledge exhibited by human society is certainly misleading, and it is all due to ignoring the constitution of the living soul. This material world exists only as a dream due to our attachment to it. Otherwise, the living soul is always different from the material nature. The great ocean of material nature is tossing with the waves of time, and the so-called living conditions are something like forming bubbles which appear before us as bodily self, wife, children, society, countrymen, etc. Due to a lack of knowledge of self, we become victimized by the force of ignorance and thus spoil the valuable energy of human life in a vain search after permanent living conditions which are impossible in this material world. Our friends, relatives and so-called wives and children are not only fallible but also bewildered by the outward glamour of material existence. As such, they cannot save us. Still, we think that we are safe within the orbit of family, society, or country. The whole materialistic advancement of human civilization is like the decoration of a dead body. Everyone is a dead body, flapping only for a few days, and yet all the energy of human life is being wasted in the decoration of this dead body. Shukadeva Goswami is pointing out the duty of the human being. After showing the actual position of bewildered human activities, persons who are devoid of the knowledge of Atma Tattva are misguided, but those who are devotees of the Lord and have perfect realization of transcendental knowledge are not bewildered. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashat Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So long ago, I went to an ashram. They practice naturopathy. So long ago I went there. I was there for a week or 10 days. Any of you know what is naturopathy? No, some of you may be knowing. So that naturopathy treatment involves, they only give you vegetables, fruits, some salads, some sprouts, like that. And even if they give any cooked food, they will not put any salt. There won't be any salt and like that. No spice, no kara. So as soon as I went, I saw a big board. Very openly they have displayed. We will not put these in our preparations. No spice. Some half a dozen things they don't put. So anyway, we were there for the last 1 week or 10 days like that. And Vinayaka Chaviti came during those days. It comes in the August, September. So Vinayaka Chaviti came, and the organizers, they told us that today there is a special feast for all of you. And they said for the first time we will give you idli sambar and also a sweet. And so we're all excited, because we have been eating roots, fruits and vegetables, sprouts like that. So we're all very excited. So on that day, I think 8 o'clock generally they serve. So on that day, there was a big queue. By 7:15 or 7:30, the people are lined up because sambar idli, After that. For South Indians, for North Indians also sambar idli is So we are lined up, and so I also went. So much of excitement in the queue. People are all, they're all, nicely talking, and they're all very happy. They're going to get some sambar idli. So I also went, quite big idlis. There were four idlis and nice sambar, fresh. You can feel the smell also. Nice sambar, hot. Right? Very interesting. So I went, and they're all seated in one kind of a hall. They're all seated in the hall and they're all eating. So I took my plate. There's a lot of excitement here, and I went to the hall. And in the hall there is no excitement. Everybody is eating. I said, why? the Gaurnita teacher. I was thinking, why is there so much excitement? So then, anyway, I thought maybe that's the rule there. We cannot express our excitement. So I went and I took the first piece and I kept it in my mouth, and there is no salt in idli and sambar. It's a regular naturopathy idli and sambar. Then anyway, I was worrying whether I should take sweet or not. Because they're calling it sweet, but I don't know. So you look at the phenomena. When they told that it is sambar idli, I am visualizing. Because I have an experience of sambar idli. Right? So I am visualizing, wow, it's going to be like this, it's going to be like that. But when I went there, they're calling it as sambar idli, but actually something is missing. Right? It is not up to our expectation. It is not up to the previous experience. Right? This is that was the issue. Anyway, we have spent about time. Okay. So this is called Maya. You are expecting something, but Maya will give you something else and say, this is what it is. This is what you are expecting. Right? So, as living entities, we have experience of the pleasure that is available in the spiritual world. We have an experience of what that pleasure is, what is that experience is, what is that existence is. And we were searching for that. We are all searching for that. But here, Maya offers you that in the same name. It says, you want enjoyment? Yes, Lelo. It gives you that. But something is missing. In whatever the Maya is offering to us, because of our expectations, there's something is missing. One ingredient is missing in all our endeavors to become happy here. In all our endeavors to achieve the previous experience or expectations, that one ingredient is missing. In naturopathy, what is that which is missing in sambar idli? Salt, very crucial ingredients. A little bit only, but very crucial ingredient. So here also, in our lives, we want to achieve the happiness or our expectations, we want to get it fulfilled, but one thing is missing. What is that? That single ingredient that is missing is Krishna. Right? If we can add Krishna into our experience, yes, then we can satisfy ourselves to the fullest extent. If you tell anybody that Krishna is the missing ingredient, Krishna's name, Krishna's activities are the missing ingredient, they'll say, oh, mythology, stories bol rahe. They'll say, you're all telling stories. Right? But all the philosophy, they may say the existence of soul, existence of the Supreme Lord, existence of an eternal life, they may say all this is just, you're simply telling us some theory, some philosophy, like that. But there is one thing that they cannot deny. There is one thing that happens to each one of us, which they cannot deny it as some theory or some philosophy or some mythology. One thing that they cannot deny. What is that? That is explained here. That is called Tesham Pramutto Nidhanam. Now this is something called Nidhanam that nobody can deny. What is the meaning of Nidhanam? Death. See, they may talk so many things, but when it comes to death, nobody can deny. Right? Actually, philosophy means that which philosophy actually means darshan. That which allows us to take darshan of the reality. Right? That's called philosophy. Mythology is different, but philosophy is that which will give us ability to take darshan. We are able to take darshan of Jagannath, Baladev, Subramanya. So similarly, it empowers us, it gives us the ability to take darshan of what is happening in this world, what is happening all around us, what is happening to me. So that's called philosophy. And that philosophy which gives us darshan, that is the Bhagavad philosophy. Accurately it tells us what is going on all around us. Right? So there is a difference between mythology and darshan. Like sometime a student asked me this question. He said, how do I believe that whatever you are telling in your scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam is, how can I believe? There are simply some stories. 5,000 years ago these stories were very popular and now they have become scriptures. Everybody is simply following them. But then what is the guarantee? Nowadays Harry Potter, Harry Potter? Some of you, Harry Potter has become very popular story, right? So after say 5,000 years, 2,000 years, Harry Potter will also become scripture. And then people will follow. Now how do I believe? Your stories, right? So what you have to see is whether the stories, Harry Potter, whatever that book may be, or Spider-Man, and those Tom Jerry, still it is there, or our whole generation, Tom Jerry, all these things are, we may say, some kind of stories or this. But the difference between a scripture and these books is that the scriptures will allow you to take darshan of this material. What is happening all around us? Now this verse is saying, all around you, what is happening is nidhanam. Simply destruction is going on and death is happening. And but then this verse is saying, Pashyan apina pashyati. Pashyan means we are experienced, we are seeing. Now we are seeing the death in this world, but na pashyati, but still we don't see. As soon as we all entered that naturopathy ashram, we saw the board. Clearly they told, no salt, no spice, nothing. But still na pashyati. When they announced no, idli sambar, we forgot all this. So similarly, we are all seeing death in this world. Yes or no? We are seeing death. Prabhupada is explaining in the purport, everybody is experienced. They saw their forefathers. The grandfather passed away. And some of the people will be seeing that their parents have passed away. And one day they will also pass away. And they should know that their children also will pass away. Nobody is going to stay here. It is a fact of this world. Right? Everybody is going to vacate this place. Nobody will be allowed to stay here. Everybody is fine. But still it doesn't strike. So look at this. Pashyan, but na pashyati. You are not able to. So simply seeing is not seeing. Right? Everybody sees. That's not seeing. Seeing means seeing through the eyes of the scripture. That is called seeing. Actually, any seeing means seeing through knowledge. Otherwise, it is not called seeing. Let us say Prabhupada gives this famous example. Say you have a problem with a vehicle and your moped or two-wheeler is not working or your car is not working. That is there. Right? And then we will go and see. As devotees we see. And some people also may come and see. One animal also can come and see. Say one dog, because so many people say dog also may come and see. Everybody is seeing. Same car. But nobody will be able to help us. Who has to come and see? A mechanic has to come and see. Why? You are also seeing, no? A mechanic will see through the knowledge, through the eyes of knowledge. That's why he's able to see. He's saying, hey, go away, all of you, get lost. And then he will go and say, okay, this is the problem and this is the issue. He will say. Then only will. Otherwise, we are seeing, dog is seeing, so many other people are seeing. But what is the use? There's no use. You are seeing something else. Right? Mechanic is seeing what is to be seen. What is important. So similarly, in this world, people are seeing so many things. They are seeing so many attractions, so many comfortable situations, so many promises. Yes, you can be happy like this, you can be happy like that. Now this is one more nature of this world, is that continuously the material nature is giving hope to the jivas that yes, you can be happy. It is calling, Ajao, come. Here is your enjoyment, because we are all looking for enjoyment. We are looking for permanency. Everybody looks for these three strongest forces which are there. One is permanency. He always wants, and he wants to be in knowledge. He doesn't want ignorance. That's why all these channels, WhatsApp, Facebook, and TVs and tons of paper, why do we read all these things? Because we want to be in knowledge. And also one more thing that we look into is enjoyment. Where is my next enjoyment? Where is my next enjoyment? That's why we continuously search in search of these three. But Maya will offer you something else and say, this is what you are looking for. This is what you are looking for. And continuously we are attracted by all this. The Prabhupada gives one wonderful example to understand how Maya behaves, how Maya tricks the jivas. He says, Maya is like a maid servant. She is a maid servant of Krishna. And we are actually children of Krishna. Our parents are very rich, very opulent, wonderful. But then we have become naughty. We have become, very rebellious. Right? So the Lord has placed us under the care of Maya. And you have observed some mother or ayah or the maid servants, how they keep the small child, how they try to manage him. You see, whenever a child is crying and going there, then what they do? The maid servant will suddenly take one item, talk everything, and then the child, and then after some time, once all those jugglery is over, again child will, again it will cry, right? Because it is no more attractive. And then again she takes something else suddenly. They keep various items, those little bells, she'll be saying, then again that boy. After again something, again, so like that, this is how the maid servant manages a small child. So we are also like that. 3G mobile. Wow. And after some time, it's all boring. We are fed up with the 3G. We don't want. Then Maya comes and says, 4G. And again everybody, I remember maybe 3 years back, I think so. 3-4 years back. They have announced that they are closing telex department. A department from where you can send telegrams. Remember telegrams were 100 years it was going on, telegram department. So they announced that they are closing it, and then they told that you can send your last telegram today. Remember, so many people lined up and simply because they want to experience that last. So they have sent the telegram like that. Last telegram they have sent. But I remember before this mobile era, that means 10 years before, Telegram was a very big facility. Very, very important facility. Oh, Telegram means wow. And I am working in Felix office. A very important, now the whole department and the whole infrastructure is scrapped, is gone. Because why nobody has to send any telegram now? Why? Telegram is needed now? Why? WhatsApp. You type little bit here, button dabao immediately. No need to even press button also. When you are typing only, it will tell you. So and so is typing. WhatsApp has a facility. So and so is typing. So you can wait for it. Now WhatsApp has become so this thing. There are many jokes also. The friends are traveling and he is sitting and I am sitting, and instead of talking directly, they are talking through WhatsApp. Hey, how are you? I am okay. And then, where are you? I am in the train. Where are you? I am also in the train. By the way, which train? I am here only. Where are you? I am sitting in the top only. So, previously I remember in our childhood, we are going to the Tirtha Yatra, like a Jagannath, Puri or Tirupati or something else. Families, when they climb into the train, the train takes 1.5 hours, 1.5 days, sometimes 2 days like that. And in the 2 days, what will you do? They all used to nicely sit together, they discuss with each other, and so much bonding used to happen. By the time we get down, so much bonding. And then children, we all become friends. Their children, our children, running around up and down in the train, in the station and all those things, right? Nowadays you see, you get into the train and sit. Have you seen? Nobody has any time to talk to anybody else. Continuously they are all busy. You just take away the mobile. You don't open your mobile because and then you watch what people are doing. Everybody is. Mobile has captured the attention of everybody. This is the latest promise of the Maya. Yeah. You want heaven? Heaven is in your hand. How? In our mobile only. It is promising heaven in your hand. So that's how the Maya does. It charms the jiva. And whenever jiva is frustrated and all those things and trying to look for this, and again it will come up with one more charm. Right? It continuously distracts the jiva from realizing the truth of this world. What is the truth? Nidhanam. There is a depth in this world. Passion. You see, but it will not allow them to see because it is continuously distracting. 3G, 4G, now there is some Geo. Something is coming up. Not yet heard, no? You will hear. Very soon there is one more wave comes. So that's why Prabhupada says the material nature is nothing but a ocean of illusion. And it has got many waves. That wave we call it as trend. We see so many trends. This trend and that trend, and then we'll all pull into those trends and we think this is where my pleasure is, this is where my enjoyment is. So this distractive energy or the distractive tendency of the Maya is technically called Prakshepatmaka energy. Maya has two potencies, Prakshepatmaka and Avarana. It will distract you, and even if your say 3G also came, 4G also came, and then it is distracting everybody's attention, and Maya will cover you up. Your other things, your bad experience with 3G, it covers you up, and then you are now interested in 4G, or you are now interested in a different mobile, you are now interested in a different gadget, a different technology. It covers you up. It covers you up, and it continuously distracts you from the truth, particularly absolute truth. It will distract you from the absolute truth which is there in this world, and but Bhagavatam is opening your eyes and is showing, look, this is what is happening all around you. The Maya is simply bringing in various waves, tossed, the waves, and we're all habu-dubu. We are actually, sometimes floating, sometimes drowning in these waves of Maya. That's what Bhaktivinoda Thakur says. Radha Krishna Bol Bol, in that song, he says continuously we are floating up and floating down. We are drowning in and for example, everybody may not buy into one trend, For example, there is a say trend of a jeans pant. Everybody, but then some people may not. Somebody, there may be another trend. We don't know what trends will come. We don't know. In UK, there is a news some time back that they have a restaurant, recently opened restaurant, and what is the variety of that restaurant? The table in which they sit and they eat and all. The table that looks like a Western commode. In the toilet when you go, you sit. That is like a sitting plane, and that is a table. And that has become very popular. You go for passing stool, that's the design of the restaurant. Every table is like that. That is what we don't know what is attracting them. Maybe they want to eat and finish that also. Simply spend time there. We don't know what Jiva is. Continuously they are innovating. Ordinary tables, chairs are all over. So this is what the world is. So such people, what are they called? Pramatta. Pramatta means mad people. They are seeing all the come on, in the washrooms they are seeing every day. But restaurant is like that. Something is there, I have to go. It is called Pramatta, mad people. So why mad people? Because they have to prepare for this Nigamana. And why they are not preparing, why they are unable to see, that is explained here. Deha patya kalatradishu atma sainyeshu asasati. Because of their attachment. We are unable to see the truth only because of our attachment to Deha, our own body. First is our body, Deha. Everybody is attached to his body. How much ever problems it may create, how much ever it may be looking ugly this way or that way, everybody is extremely attached to his body, Deha. And not only attached, he will be decorating his body nicely every day. And within the day, so many times, he will decorate. Right? For example, in the college students, if you see, one of the many things that he does throughout the day, he is adjusting his hair. Right? In the mirror first he adjusts. Very good. And then he comes out, suddenly some wind blows. And again. And then he's going in a motorbike. Sabhi, boom gaya. And again, he will adjust it. Every time you see this is one of the, right? At least I have seen. One of the very important things that young man, he does is continuously adjust his hair, adjust his dress, and then ensure that so much time actually goes into that. So, of course, once we shaved up, so nice, liberation from that activity. You can say minimum 1 hour or 2 hours in that. So anyway, that's so like that. People, they spend innumerable amounts of time on decorating this body. Not only decorating this body, decorating this world. And Prabhupada is saying is actually this body is a dead body. Always it is dead only. Always it is dead only. Currently it is animated by the spirit's world. But if the animator goes away, the body exhibits its real nature, which is dead. Right? As soon as the soul goes away, the real nature of the body comes out. That's how you are able to see. Till then, because this body is animated by the spirit soul, you won't perceive. But you won't perceive. This is a crucial point. The body is always there, and we are continuously decorating this body. And continuously we are decorating this world. How to keep it more attractive. And the body decoration has taken a tremendous amount of energy nowadays, particularly. People are becoming fascinated by this body decoration. Right? They are spending innumerable amounts of time. They are interested now in many aspects of body decoration, and one important decoration, as I see the news, is that they all want to build their bodies. 6 packs, and the other day somebody told 8 packs is also there, it seems. 8 packs, 6 packs. Right? And if he has 6 packs, then he feels, I am safe now, or I am happy, I am comfortable. So here Bhagavatam is saying, rascal, even if you have 6 packs, nidhanam. 6 packs will be spared. When death comes, oh, he has got 6 packs. Thoda bahut isko thoda. Happens? No. 6 packs means pehle le lo. Take it first. It's too much wasting this time. Pehle le lo usko. So, the point is, see people how they consider. They think, if I can achieve, this is how they decide in their minds. If I can get this, then I am happy. If I can get this, then I am beautiful. If I can get this, then I am, like that. People have an impression that if I can achieve like this. But I will tell you one secret about this body. Nobody in this world is happy with his body. Let me repeat. Nobody in this world is happy with his body. We think if I become that 6-pack, I am happy. You go to that 6-pack fellow. You sit with him and say, Haribol, are you happy? Little bend is missing here. A little bit is missing here. A little bit is missing here. 6 packs, acha nahi hai. Little more. Everybody thinks what his current body is not up to the mark. He's okay. I mean, he's fascinated. But still, if it is like this, I'll be happy. If it is like that, I'm happy. Actually, that is a fact. Nobody is happy completely with his body. And that goes on. You go and ask anybody, he will always say, if I have that, I will. If I have this, I will. My eyes are not proper. My nose is not. Here few hairs have gone. This hair is a big issue. So, big, little bit is gone. I am not happy. And if anybody sees, let us say the first time when he sees a white hair in the mirror, some heart is devastated. Devastated. See, we don't want to see. Immediately there is a coloring. They put a lot of coloring. They want to keep it very. So why I am saying all these things? Because they are. Look at this. We are not giving attention to the actual things that we are supposed to give attention. They are. Because of our attachment to this body, we don't see the reality. Please remember, we don't understand that there is a nidhanam all around. There is a destruction all around. The other day there is an explosion. Bangladesh, many people died. And after that there is an attack on one religious institution. Again many people died. Then again there is a firing in US. Some white-black conflict, again so many people died. The other day, again, some civil unrest in some Juba. There is one place, a country called Juba, not Cuba, Juba. And there so many people, hundreds of people. Every day we are reading news. People are dying, we are hearing also. Opposite wala died, neighbor wala died, piche wala died. But still, not even one question will come. What is this death? Right? If you can ask what is this death, then that's the process of enlightenment. Buddha asked this question when he saw a dead body going and people are wailing behind the dead body, they are crying behind the dead body. Then Buddha saw, he was shocked because he never saw such things. He was very comfortable as a prince. He has got all the facilities, complete nice Maya. But then as soon as he saw the reality, immediately asked, what is this? Why these people are crying? Right? So there is one fortune is there that we are able to see all these things every day. But misfortune is that nobody is asking this question. They don't ask this question. Particularly you look at politicians, somebody dies, some old man, they'll all go. Very religiously they go with some bouquet and they give him this. They keep watching. That fellow, what is he seeing? He is seeing that somebody has died. His own colleague has died. But he is not perceiving it. He is only perceiving words. When I go on to give this and that picture will come in newspaper, how many words I will get? He is seeing only words. Right? So like that, everybody is seeing something. So that is Deha, Apatya, Kalatrabhishu. People are enamored by the family, the children, how wonderful my children are, how wonderful my wife is, or how wonderful my husband is, how comfortable my home is, and inside this home, inside this family, how comfortable I am, and how safe I am. If I can reach my home, I am safe. You know, people think like that. If I can reach my home, I am safe. So, like that, we have created innumerable items of safety, innumerable items of comfort. But then Bhagavatam is saying, whatever you thinking that you are safe, even they are not safe. Atma Sainyeshu, the family members whom you are thinking you are safe, they are also asat. They are also going to go. So simply thinking that this will make me safe, that will make me happy, this is only distracting yourself. You are not actually perceiving the reality of this world. So, but if anybody is fortunate to perceive this reality, he will become very serious about this practice of devotional service. He will become an intelligent man has to become serious about this path of Krishna consciousness. Only the unintelligent, uninformed are too much bewildered by this material existence. Only such people, they don't care for this Krishna consciousness or the path of Bhagavatam. But any intelligent man, he understands that yes, what the Bhagavatam says is true. Let me prepare for my nidhanam. I have to prepare. It's an inevitable event in everybody's life. So I should prepare. Right? I am preparing for next 5 years. Even government prepares for next 5 years. 5-year plan. I am also preparing. But then, why am I not preparing for the inevitable event? And one nature of this event, death, nidhanam, is that it will come uninformed. Without any information it will come. Like the other day, one of our folk devotee like that. And he told me that, Prabhu, I am bringing my uncles, they are from Raichur. One of the uncle is from Raichur and one more is from. So, Prabhu, please give little time, I want to introduce. I said, okay. Now, those two uncles are coming in Innova and they are traveling in the highway. And Innova means they can go very fast. They are going very fast. They are coming in the evening time, around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock like that. And look at this, how the karma comes. And that driver, he just slept off like that for a moment. That fellow is not slept, looks like. While driving, tuck, he slept off. When he slept off, the vehicle went out of control. It crossed the divider and went into the next road, opposite road, and there one big lorry came and hit the Innova behind. And behind two people are there. One person died on spot. One more person is still aware. The driver, for his fortune, he has not died. He is the one who committed all these things, but he has not died. And one of his uncles passed away. The other uncle is telling the driver, take me to a doctor. He is able to tell. But within the next half an hour, he passed away. Now here is a question. Death has come in the form of a lorry, in the form of all these things. Why one person died on spot? Why one person died only after half an hour? And why this fellow is still living? The driver who did the accident, why he is still living? Intelligent man, this is seen. You are seeing the reality, there is no philosophy here. You saw all these things. But why are you not going forward little more and asking why? What is the reason? If you can do that, then that he is considered to be a most intelligent person. Brahma Jijnasa means this. You have to question why this is happening, why that is happening. Brahma Jijnasa. So all of us should develop this Brahma Jijnasa, should be very inquisitive. Ask all the questions, why this, why that, why that. But after you surrender to Srila Prabhupada, once you accept Prabhupada, whatever answer he gives, that should be accepted. Because that is darshan. He has already had darshan. Prabhupada has darshan of the absolute truth, Krishna, Jagannath, and he has an experience of what this material world is. And then he has given us this purpose. Whatever he says, if you accept, then your experience will increase. You will see more and more things, and you will become more and more serious in developing our attraction to Krishna and taking away all other distractions from our life. If you can remove all these distractions, then your attachment to Krishna will become intense, and then as you become more and more attached, you will become more and more happy. Any questions? So in this world we see not everybody is enlightened. If you look at the enlightened people, they are very, very few. And most of them are in a Hare Krishna moment only. Whoever little enlightenment people that you see, completely they know what is what because of mercy of Srila Prabhupada. But 99.99% of the people, they are simply in passion and ignorance. Most of the people, they do not know that they have an existence beyond this body. They have no idea. They don't know that they have an existence beyond this body. Atma Tattva, they have no idea. Anyway, so now then how do we convince these people? People who are in passion and ignorance. One tip, one hint is that you see where people are running. Maya creates these trends. Everybody, they'll all be running behind. Oh yeah, Telegram, Telex, very nice. Then STD phone. That STD phone is a big invention. In our 10 years back, when we have to make a call to outstation, you have to book something called trunk call. Because all of you are little new, I'm just explaining. Trunk call means you have to tell the exchange person, telephone exchange person, you have to tell, see, I want to talk to, so let us say I'm in Puri, then you'll say, I want to talk to Hyderabad. or Jaipur, Ahmedabad, whatever, and you have to book a trunk car, and you have to sit near the phone only. And then after some time, the telephone exchange wala will call you. Yes, now you can make a call. And immediately you have to press the button, and then he gives some kind of signal he gives, and then the tone he gives. And immediately you have to press the button, and you can talk to Hyderabad. That's it. And if you miss that, again you have to tell him, so one. Okay, sit down there, and then he has to give that ringtone. He has to give, and then again you have to press. This is how you have to make an outstation call. So in my early days, I used to sit there and chant my rounds. You can complete 16, 34, 36, or whatever. All the rounds you can complete simply by waiting for that tone to come. This is all like that. So STD is a big invention. Directly you can call. Are you sure? Why not? Now, mobiles. Don't you? So, see, Maya has taken you through various innovations. And you are very happy with all these things, right? So you see where people are running. They are running away. So there, we also should be there in that excitement. And then you propose. And everybody is running behind. Yoga. So we are also, yes, yoga. Please come. Right? We will also yoga retreat. So people can get an opportunity to understand what is real yoga, because we cannot change these trends, but they will at least come to know what is real yoga. So that is one of the aspects that we have to do. So people when they are getting excited about something, you see through that how you can give him something. But there is one thing which everybody is attracted to. What then? Prasadam. Right? Anybody is there who will say no to prasadam? Nobody is. So prasadam. If somebody is unable to understand anything, you spoke for 1 hour, and in the end again he is saying the same thing. They are unable to understand. Okay, there is some prasadam. Right? So there are some people. Some people are passionate. They want to activity. Passionate means activity. They will be running. So you have to create some running for them. And then they become purified. So like that, we have to devise ways and means to attract these jivas towards Krishna. Krishna has to be administered. There is an injection. It has to be administered in various ways, innovative ways. So that's the role of a preacher. Any other? Yeah. Compare? Yeah. Yeah. Now see somebody who is doubting scriptures, and then they say they are almost like Harry Potter books and all that. So we have to spend some time and convince them. And as I said, scriptures they contain the real philosophy, which is truth. Scriptures contains truth, and it will allow you to take darshan of this world, the real nature of this world. But whereas Harry Potter or whatever the other things, they take you to a next level of dreamy world, an imaginative dreamy world, and pull you more into some more illusions. But whereas scripture will take you out of that illusory world, that dreamy world, and make you realize that this is the nature of this world you are living in. So this is the striking difference. And secondly, Harry Potter you may read once and twice, and third time you will actually throw the book away. You will not be able to read. It's so boring. But whereas scriptures, if you read the way it is recommended by the acharyas, every time you read, you see new angles of enlightenment or new angles of philosophical aspects. Things will be striking to you. In the beginning days when you read Sri Prabhupada books, there are certain things which are striking to you, but as you go on reading, more and more things are striking to you. And it is appearing, yes, it is true, yes, it is correct, it is nice, like that, right? These things are not there in Harry Potter or any of those scriptures. It's not that 5,000 years ago when Krishna is teaching all these things, there are no story books. There are also some speculation is there, but then only this a scripture has come down, passed down in a parampara of acharyas. And acharyas who left everything, who left all the material enjoyment, why will they spend time in some useless illusory stories? They are not interested. So these are some of the arguments that we have to present and tell him that yes, see, this is the difference. Harry Potter, when you read, there is no meaning to whatever they say. These are imaginative stories. But whereas in our scripture, it's only about the truth. For example, this particular verse you see, it is talking about Nidhanam, death, and how people don't see the death because of their attachment to their own bodies. This is something to be, and Harry Potter will not talk about any of these things. Right? They will never talk about this. Yeah. Yeah. Common people have. Yeah. So, yes, if somebody wants to know what is the truth of this world, what is the truth about himself, what is the truth about God, yes, there are so many volumes of books to Prabhupada. But then these books may not be easy for many people. It's a common public. So for them what to do? Actually our process is very simple. Philosophy is very deep, but the process is very simple. We all have to do only three things. What are they? Chanting, dancing, and prasad. That's all. You chant and do kirtan nicely and dance jubilantly, and Prabhupada says after you are tired, then take prasad. That's all. Chant, dance, and eat prasad. So since actually process is very simple. But if somebody wants to know by doing all the three, what will happen to me? Yes, there are Bhagavatam. So many books are there. Of course, there is a quality to these three. We have to do these three little devotionally with some background information. If it is there, it is good. Then if it is not there and then simply they follow, that's called ajnata. But with knowledge if you do, that becomes jnata. That is a devotional service. So initially for masses this is about simply make them chant and dance and do a little prasad. That's enough. And if somebody is interested, wanting to understand philosophy, then we have so much philosophy. So all of your students coming from good educational backgrounds, you should all read these books very scrutinizingly. Very, very scrutinizing. Analyzing and understanding each and every word. Scrutinizing. These books are like that. So wonderful. Every word has a deeper meaning. So if you can read like that, actually you will enjoy. As a young student, this is the sacrifice that you have to do. Absorb yourself in the philosophy of Bhagavatam. This is a sacrifice. Like yajna, they do yajnas. This is an yajna. A student has to do this yajna of studying scriptures. It's called swadhyaya. Self-study is very crucial. So you all have to do. Understand the philosophy and then practice yourself. Then you will be able to preach. Without that you will not be able to preach. Right? Okay, so we'll stop here. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.